Hello everyone, this is Blue Goblin. Yes, I'm doing this kind of video again because I just learned about it myself. Actually, I learned about it a couple days ago, prior to the time I'm actually recording this. I found out about it uh, through my good old buddy Deadpoolzilla, and I followed and I looked it up on Google and did some research on it and everything, and I gotta say, I'm kind of surprised that I didn't catch on to this right away. But yeah, this right here, Amazing Spider-Man: Ends of the Earth. This could be really good. And I'm actually excited for this. I really am excited for this. Dan Slott hasn't truly let me down yet, and Stefano Casali's artwork is just phenomenal for old Webhead, and I myself am really looking forward to this. I'm more excited to see this than I was Spider Island. I'll admit, when I first saw the advertisements for Spider Island, I was thinking it was just going to be a funny story, probably done in like, 6 parts, and was mainly going to have a bunch of comedy with some action in it. And I was dead wrong. It started, Spider Island started off fun, but then it got really serious, and Peter Parker won the day by using his brains. And I thought that was a great story, probably one of the best Spider-Man stories I have read since the god awful retcon from Fat Quesada. But the thing is, this story right here, Ends of the Earth, I mean, what more can I say? It's the Sinister Six. Just pick, and wow, the Sinister Six coming back to Amazing Spider-Man, and this time there's no fucking around. Doc Ock is going for the whole planet. It's like ever since Amazing Spider-Man 600, it's been, Dan Slott has said that he's got quote unquote weeks to live, and weeks in comic book time, which could mean 2 or 3 years. But since Doc Ock is dying, he figures, fuck it. Instead of just taking over Manhattan or taking over a small country, let me just get the whole world. And if this is going to be Doc Ock's final caper, what better way to go out than trying to take over the world?
Of course!
I couldn't resist. Um, yeah, this has the potential to be even better than Spider Island was. I have full faith in Dan Slott. I know he can do it, and he's been saying on and on that this, like the first, he's even said that the fans will be shocked at the first issue. And if he says something like that, it kind of piques my interest even more. Now, from what I've seen teaser pictures of it and everything, and from what I understand, it's not the original Sinister Six lineup. The original Sinister Six lineup was Doctor Octopus, the Vulture, Kraven the Hunter, the Sandman, Electro, and Mysterio. That was the original Sinister Six from Amazing Spider-Man Annual Number 1 back in 1964. The Sinister Six in this story is going to be Doctor Octopus, Electro, the Sandman, Rhino, Chameleon, and Mysterio. Now, Chameleon being on this Sinister Six, I'm interested in how Chameleon's role is going to be done, most of all. Because, the Master of Disguises and everything like that. And it's really good to see Rhino again. But the Sinister Six lineup that they're using for this story has it sounds like it's going to be an awesome story. I still, although my biggest nitpick about it so far, and the story hasn't even come out yet, and I'm already nitpicking about it. Look at me. The one thing I still don't like is the way Doc Ock looks. I fucking hate it. I've hated it ever since Spider-Man 600. I don't agree with it. I always enjoy the chubby Roy Orbison Doc Ock. I mean, that is Dr. Octopus. And here's the thing. He's already died and came back. I'm like, even if Doc Ock does die in this story, odds are he'll be back. Marvel, with very, very few exceptions, Marvel doesn't really like to actually kill anyone. They always retcon it because they need more money. They never get enough money from us. But I gotta think about how this story will be told, both with writing from Dan Slott and with artwork from Caselli. I think it has humongous potential. I'm excited for it. And another thing that's been said, this will not be a event. This will not be an event story. It is strictly going to be in Amazing Spider-Man. There will be no tie-ins, no miniseries or one-shots attached to it. That's what I've read. And I've read that's what Dan Slott has said himself. There will be no tie-ins or nothing. This is strictly going to be in Amazing Spider-Man. Strictly. And I think that's incredibly epic. That's the way it needs to be. We don't need, a series of tie-ins and one-shots that aren't necessary to collect for the story. And I'm just wondering how the Sinister Six are going to operate to try and take over the whole planet, and how Spider-Man's going to be able to combat them. And I have also seen, yes, I've seen the teaser of Spider-Man getting a new suit. Don't quite know what to think about it yet. He's been getting a lot of new costumes here lately. Personally, my favorite quote-unquote new outfit that he's got in the past year or so is probably his Future Foundation suit. I really like that suit. It's kind of like a skinny Anti-Venom. But yeah, I'm just sitting here fucking rambling. As far as predictions go, I predict that, sadly, I think Doc Ock will die in this story. I just can't necessarily guess how, but I'm seeing it happen. I see Doc Ock dying in this story around the conclusion. I'm going to try and cover everything I know about Spider-Man. I wonder how the Spider-Man supporting cast will play a role in this. Carly Cooper, Mary Jane, all his friends. I wonder how they'll play a role in this, or if they'll play a role at all. I wonder which members of the Sinister Six are going to be in. What specific parts of the planet are they going to be operating in? This right now, there's all kinds of questions, and we're just going to have to wait until the story comes out before they're all answered. And I'm hyped as hell. I'm really hyped as hell to see this. I'm like 10 times, no, scratch that, 100 times more psyched to see this than Avengers versus the X-Men. And if it comes down to it, if it comes down to it that I have to pick whether I should get this story or Avengers vs. X-Men, there's no question. I'm getting this story, Ends of the Earth. Because I'm a Spider-Man mark. Spider-Man's my favorite hero. Yeah. Really, really looking forward to this. And another thing to oh, excuse me. Little gas, excuse me. Another thing to consider, look down there in the left-hand corner. 50 years. 50 years of Amazing Spider-Man. Next year will mark the 50th anniversary of Spider-Man. How fucking awesome is that? Pure awesome. Um, thanks, big big fist pump to Stan Lee and Steve Ditko for creating Spider-Man 50 years ago. It's kind of hard to believe that Spider-Man's been around for 50 years. But let's hope for another 50 years. I'll probably be dead by then, but who the hell cares? Spider-Man's going to outlive all of us nerds. But Amazing Spider-Man, Ends of the Earth. I am so fucking ready to read this. I can't even begin to describe how, in full-blown detail, I can't begin to describe how excited I am for this story. Spider-Man versus the Sinister Six for the fate of the entire Earth. That just sounds old school, and it sounds awesome. I'm ready for this. Marvel, please do not let me down. I'm begging you, don't let me down. This has a great potential. It has a tremendous chance of being even better than Spider Island was. Marvel, please don't fuck it up. I'm begging you, please make this one of the best Spider-Man stories you've ever wrote. Make it awesome. Make it memorable. Make the memory last for years to come. You can do it. I know you can. But that's all I've got to cover for this, everybody. Thanks for listening to my fanboy nerdgasm, if you want to call it that. And subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Tumblr. Follow me down the hill. I don't fucking care. Just follow me however you can, just as long as you're not stalking me. But yeah, there's my nerdgasm on The Amazing Spider-Man, Ends of the Earth. Thanks for listening. Hope I entertained you. I'll see you all later. Bye.